This video is brought to you by my two books, Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist and The Blues Guitar Bible. Want to learn about modes, harmony, scales, chord substitution and keys? Or maybe you're interested in supercharging your blues guitar rhythm and lead chops. Whatever you're interested in, I guarantee you will be hitting the fast lane to progress with either of these works. Both feature video demonstrations and tutorials, loads of tabs and jam tracks to play along with, and I promise you, everything is explained in crystal clear plain English. Check out the links in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, if you were watching on Thursday, you'll have seen me unboxing this gorgeous thing, an Epiphone Nighthawk Custom Reissue. This isn't mine at the moment. Basically what happened was there's a chap who's a regular viewer of this channel. He's called Malcolm, and he's thinning the herd a little bit, and this was surplus to requirements. So he contacted me and said, I've got an Epiphone Nighthawk. I know it's a guitar you've been curious about for quite some time, and you can have this one. I'm just getting rid of it, do a video on it, review it, do some comparisons, whatever you want, and then pass it on to Zoe's Place Baby Hospice, which is a charity around here that I like to support every now and again. And he says, if you like it, just give them the cash equivalent instead. So, I have a decision to make at some point. As I said, you saw me unboxing this on Thursday, if you were watching then, and I was very impressed with it straight out of the traps. I've had a little bit more of a fiddle around with it and come up with a piece of music to, kind of show off what it can do in a mix. And it goes like this. And as always, you'll find a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and the jam track I was playing along with. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure regular viewers will know by now, $3 or about £3 a month gets you access to all of these goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are also down in the description. Settings I was using there, basically those. Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition on the vintage channel, and every single sound you heard in that demo there was those same settings. Wasn't fiddling with the gain levels on the amp and anything. It was all coming from the guitar's volume control and the single coil switching on the tone control. Massively versatile guitar. You've got like a 5-way Strat style switch doing all of the Strat style switch kind of things. You know, bridge and middle, neck and middle and neck, and then this mini humbucker here and the humbucker at the bridge. You can kick them into single coil mode with the just pulling up on the tone pot. Yeah, so normally when I'm doing this kind of thing, I will be able to get a clean sound and a crunchy power chord sound out of the vintage channel. Sometimes I'll need to go to the clean channel for a preferable clean sound, but inevitably I usually end up going to the classic channel on the amp with the foot switchable boost on for the shoutier high gain stuff. Didn't have to do that at all for this guitar. It's all doable from the guitar's controls, which I mean, if you know me well enough by now, you will know that that is something I approve of greatly. Here's a little demonstration of me going between various kind of clean, crunch, high gain sounds, just using nothing but the controls on the guitar. It goes like this. So a massively versatile guitar, you know, if you're prepared to work with the controls here. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, okay? I know some people just like to kind of stand on a switch for the convenience of it, you know, and there is an argument for that. But personally, I like the more sort of organic, you know, just dialing it in and you know, not having a binary clean, dirty kind of thing that's on a foot switch. I like to be able to just kind of go smoothly from one to another. That's me, you may be different, but you know, that attribute of this guitar is something that I really approve of. Let's take a look at some weights and measures that I've done with this guitar. Here we go. You can see the 1st and 12th fret neck profiles there. Quite a shallow, I'm not quite up on these terms, but to me that feels like what people describe as a D-shaped neck. Quite slim and shallow, but not Ibanez Wizard territory either. I kind of think it reminds me a little bit of my old Gordon Smith, the GS 1.5 that I had a few years ago, and that was supposedly like a kind of a 60s SG kind of neck profile. So that gives you some sort of context there. In terms of weight, it's a real featherweight, this one, 2.76 kilos. Not sure what that is in old money, but it's a light guitar. 43 and a bit millimeters nut width, call it a 43 millimeter nut. And I only took the pickup readings of the individual pickups. I didn't see, it would have been a list as long as your arm if I'd gone into all the different combinations of coil split and in between positions and everything. But you can see quite a beefy set of humbuckers, 13.5k on the bridge. That's sort of Seymour Duncan JB territory, isn't it? Neck, surprisingly, that innocent-looking little mini-humbucker on the neck is getting on for 16k in terms of DC resistance. You know, so, you know, hot pickups and, you know, something a little bit more sedate in that Strat single coil style middle pickup there. Fretboard radius of 12 inches, and it's got all of the usual attributes on this guitar. I'll put the full spec down in the description. Mahogany, ebony fretboard, maple veneer, you know, basically everything that that you expect of a guitar that looks like this. So let's, you know, I'm not sure if they make this model anymore. They do the Nancy Wilson one, don't they? But that doesn't have the middle pickup. So assuming that you have been you know, enticed by this video or other displays of the Nighthawk's you know, prowess, then you might be thinking about getting one. How much will you need to pay? Well, there's this one up on eBay at the moment, which is opened, never used. This is 500 quid. An absolute minter, no doubt, if it's you know, if it's opened and never used. But if your budget doesn't stretch to that, here's a used one, which still looks in pretty good nick, for 280 quid. So, you know, realistically, some value between, or some price between those two values. You know, anything less than the sort of 200, 2.5, maybe to 300, anything less than that would be a bargain. Proper bargain if it's in good condition, and anything more than about 500, I think, is well, shall we say, it's just a little bit optimistic on the part of the seller. So I have a decision to make. Is this guitar a keeper? Am I going to hang on to this and give the cash equivalent to, which I'll say the cash equivalent is, I'll pick the point somewhere in between, well, 280 to 500. That's what, that's £220 differential, so add half of that to the 280, 220. So yeah, I would say about 400 quid or thereabouts would be what I'd need to give to Zoe's place if I want to hang on to this guitar. I'm going to leave it a little while because I'm currently recording this video on the 17th of December. Yes, the house is still all kind of decked out with tinsel and everything downstairs, even though this video is going out back end of January. And the thing is, after Christmas is over, that's when you know, I get that lovely surprise from the tax man in the form of a bill. Yeah, I have to pay my tax. Yeah, January, the coldest, wettest, dismalest, skintest month of all, when you also get your tax bill, and some people say, oh, you've got to get through January without having a beer. Yeah, good luck with that one. So the point is, I'm going to hang on until I've had my tax bill, which will happen in the first half of January. So by the time this video goes out, I will know whether I've got enough in the coffers to hang on to this guitar, or whether I'll need to just pass the guitar on to Zoe's place. We will see what we will see. What will be, will be. But it is certainly a guitar that, if I didn't have, you know, to count the pennies a little bit this time of year, I would be definitely, you know, kind of hanging on to, because I've really taken quite a shine to it. And you know, if you're tempted, you know, once you get past what many people think is the rather ugly duckling looks of this, you know, I think it looks sleek and modern and traditional and futuristic all at the same time. It appeals to me, but then again, you know, some people like the look of a Fender Jazzmaster, and to me, no, I'm not going anywhere near that. It's down to individual tastes. If your aesthetic sensibilities are on board with the way this guitar looks, very, very highly recommended that you check one out, because you might just have found a good workhorse all-rounder. And there you have it, folks. That is my review of the Epiphone Nighthawk Custom Reissue. Make of it what you will. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and You know, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. And don't forget, of course, the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about stuff. Beer and chat on a Friday doesn't get any more complicated than that. It doesn't need to. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.